Hey there, how you doing? Three Shades of Wonderful, I hope. I'm so happy you chose to join us here today. It's Your Success at Last DNA from YourSuccessAtLast.com. That daily needed attitude boost that we want to give you every single day, or those daily needed actions that you need to get up and get going for the wonderful day that's ahead of you. Or more often than not, it's just that positive oomph that you're going to need. Because let's be honest, let's face it, the world's a tough place. Always has been, probably is always going to be. You're going to run into people, and you're going to run into stuff. And the positivity I try to share with you here goes a long, long way. Your Success at Last DNA, it's a program that's been downloaded tens of thousands of times. Me? Well, I'm Tracy, the Ace Brinkman. That's right, the ace up your sleeve, and the CIO, Chief Inspiration Officer, around these here parts. Sometimes I think I have to change that, because I don't like saying that tag every once in a while. Because, as many of you know, my father was in the military, and if anyone ever called him sir, he'd go, "Sir, I work for a living." So perhaps I should change it to Sergeant Major of Motivation. Whew, Sergeant Major of Motivation. Kind of like how that sounds. So, anyway, do you know the 5 simple actions that you can really start taking today to help you bring and start enjoying more success out of your life? Do you? You probably do, but we're going to talk more about that in a little bit. But first off, I want to ask you, what do you really want? That's today's question. What do you really want out of your life, out of your relationships, out of your work, out of your finances, out of your children? What do you really, really want? What fires you up? What gives you that passion? It's a question I want you to think about. Ponder a little bit, especially after you're finished listening to today's episode of DNA. And write it down. You can set a little journal and start writing these things down. What do you really want? You want more success? Really, who doesn't want more success in their personal or professional life? Whatever you've already accomplished, there's always another mountain to climb or a hill to conquer. Maybe it's the other way around, hill to climb and mountain to conquer. So if you're looking for more achievement, you can improve on your life dramatically. And I want to talk about the few simple things that you can do to really change that around. Now, let's be honest. What I'm going to share with you isn't groundbreaking. And that's one of the really interesting things about self-help and personal development. It doesn't always have to be that, wow, I never thought of that moment. Sometimes it's just yeah, I know it, I just haven't done it yet. So things like these are going to be straightforward. Most of them are going to require some constant attention for a while until they really become habitual, which is why you're here. Me giving you that little positive boost, that little reminder, that little kick in the fanny, all right? But once they're automatic, you're really going to be thrilled with the progress. So let's get going. I want you to try these, all right? There's about 5 of them here. First one, number 1, hang out with eagles. You've heard the old saying, how can you fly with eagles when you hang out with turkeys? I want you to hang out with successful people. You'll find frequently that you'll achieve about as much as the people with whom you spend the most time. I heard or read one time that you are the average of all your friends. So if you want to be more successful, guess what? Affiliate as often as you can with people who are more successful for you, right? Here's one of the things. You'll be exposed to a completely different way of thinking, a completely different way, a new way of interacting with the world. See, very successful people look at things a little bit differently than you do, right? I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm saying it's different, okay? Integrating some of those ideas into your own thinking will bring you to the next level, right? You'll encounter new opportunities when you hang out with different people. Higher achieving people frequently have all kinds of ventures going on. You'll never know where you'll actually be able to lend a helping hand, provide some of your personal expertise in an area that you know about. You'll get connected with a peer group, and you'll probably likely become more successful from that alone. So hang out with more successful people, all right? Number 2, I want you to adjust your attitude. So many people don't realize just how much damage they're doing with the funk that they have going on in their head. Successful people generally have a positive attitude. There it is. I said it. See, this allows them to be forward moving and allows them to do that far more aggressively, right? This is not the same as acting foolish. I don't think they're moving forward aggressively, foolishly. See, they move forward with their attitude. People tend to want to help them, right, and move forward with them. Right? I'm not talking about those people that mow people over, and that's not what I want you to do, right? And here's the thing about attitudes: minor changes. All right, when you have a good attitude, minor changes won't bog these successful people down because they believe that things will work out in the end, right? It's just a stumbling block. It's just a hiccup. It's just an obstacle that I can move around or go around or I can go through, right? I can figure out a way around it. They also keep that bigger picture in mind. So minor challenges just are that, minor, okay? So if you want to be wealthy, do you have the positive attitudes about wealth and wealthy people? I hear so many people say, God, I just, there's not enough, there's too much month at the end of the money. And then 4 or 5 breaths later, they're saying, God, it's all those wealthy people that do this. They're always doing this to the little guy, right? Well, if you want to be wealthy or healthy, right, you've got to have a positive attitude about wealth and about wealthy people. And if you want to be healthy, you're going to have to have a positive outlook about that. Because if you're sitting on the couch all the time and you're saying, well, all those people out, look at those people out there running all day long. You have a negative attitude about healthy activities. And you're going to need to modify that. Your attitude's going to have to be congruent to your objectives. Everything starts inside. Seeing out, and then once you start changing things on the inside, guess what? The outside starts to follow suit. Go figure. Anyway, last couple of ones here. 3, I want you to be organized and focused. And we're going to get to something that's going to help you get focused in the next tip here. See, before you go to bed each night is the best way. Some people do it first thing in the morning. I want you to make a list. And in the beginning, it could just be a mental list. Sit down and just think your way through the things you want to get accomplished the next day. It's preferable if you write it down. Open up Notepad on your laptop or just get out a physical piece of paper. Put a pad of paper next to your nightstand or on your nightstand next to your bed and write it down. See, doing this at night gives your brains a chance to work on things as you doze off in your sleep. Also, it makes you feel much better when you start the day with a clear objective and instead of spending all bloody day figuring out, what do I need to do? Okay? And that brings me right to the next one. Number 4 is, I want you to have goals. I beat this into your guys' head all the time. I know it. I get it. All right? See, your brain is really good at finding solutions. And you can help it out by doing a good job of outlining and prioritizing your objectives. And the simplest way to do that is to write down your goal and give it a deadline. Right? Now your brain knows what to do, what to work on, and when to have it accomplished. Oh my God, we do this for our employees all the time. Why can't we do this for our heads? Right? Read over your goals at least once a day, preferably twice. This will provide you with that mental stimulation, that mental emphasis that they are important. And let's be honest, because we all know how easy it is to get a little bit sidetracked by the 150 other things going on in your world, right? But having those goals and those plans and reviewing them on a regular basis helps keep you focused. And lastly, and this is the easiest one, take action. Oh my God, simple. So many people might have a great attitude and maybe even hang out with the right people, and they write down their goals and they're like, well, where is it? Where is it? This is one of the downsides of the movie The Secret. It tells you, think positively, send out the energy to the universe, and things will start coming to you. But guess what? If you don't take action, nothing's going to happen. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to fly with eagles. Stop hanging out with those turkeys. All right? I want you to have a high-flying attitude as well. Look, things are going to get you down. I get that. But if overall you have a positive attitude, the little things won't get in your way, and you'll spend more time at the higher altitudes. All right? I want you to focus on the important and organize yourself around it. And the best way to do that, that's right, have goals and have them written down and review them on an ongoing basis. Then guess what? Take action against them. See, being successful is really no more challenging than being unsuccessful. Both require specific actions. Both require specific attitudes applied consistently over a period of time. making a few changes, right? Because if you're not as successful as you want to be, then you need to make a few changes today and start giving yourself the gift of your success at last. All right, that's it for today. Those are those 5. Go start applying them now, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And I'm going to leave you as I always do. Think successfully and take action.